He has to count on technology to keep people and things in line.
Well, that's true, and if he led, according to Revelation, if he led 1/3 of the angels in a rebellion against God and they lost and they were cast to earth, a lot of the angels must despise him.
Yeah, and
look what he caused them.
And they do. And what you'll see from the Nordics is that the children of the Anakim that had originally fallen, that are sorry for what their parents had did. They don't agree with, some of them are holding out so that the Lord will reinstate them. They're looking for reinstatement, and that's why they won't get involved with the affairs of mankind.
And some came in Genesis and mated with human women and created a mutant race.
Yeah, and that whole race was destroyed, and of course we know it's been going on since the flood. Genesis 6:4 says they were here before the flood, they were here after.
And they will come back.
Yeah, and it keeps going on to this day. They've perfected the giantism DNA defect to where they can assimilate into our societies now and just look like whatever race they're in at the time. If they're in America or Britain or India or wherever they are, they can assimilate into that race. And that's what a lot of these abductions are about, and is test tube creations. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. Zeph Daniel's going to be with us, folks. We'll be back in about 1 minute.
Okay.
This is the Reality Radio Network on Telstar 5 Transponder 5 and on the internet at realityradionetwork.com.
Do you know where the 78 potentially active volcanoes in the U.S. are located? And do you know the locations of the top 300 prime terrorist targets? You can find these answers and more in the new interactive CD book, Prudent Places USA. With the more than 50 interactive parameters, you can pinpoint natural and man-made disaster areas, brewing environmental catastrophes, the safest cities, the best places for solar and wind energy, and much, much more. Complete with 3 gigabytes of detailed information on each of 3,000 plus counties in the U.S., including 550 high-resolution full-color maps and full-color photographs, as well as detailed information and analysis to help you zero in on the best places to live, the ideal location for cabins and vacation homes, as well as safe and unsafe areas. Get Prudent Places USA for only $29 plus shipping by calling New Millennium at 888-803-4438. That's 888-803-4438 to order on the web or at murkywater.com.
And now back to Sherry and Pastor Harry, and your guest is up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Zeph's calling yet?
Your guest is up.
Okay, Zeph.
Yes, Sherry.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Pastor Harry, are you there?
Hi, Zeph. How are you?
Hey, I'm returning your call, Pastor Harry. I had to get
We've been talking about the first half, just going over things in general, what's going around the world today.
Yeah,
I'm having trouble hearing Zeph, Sherry.
You're having trouble hearing me?
Right.
Oh, not this again.
Yeah, that's okay.
I heard a little bit of the topic you were talking about, Sherry, and I just want to to add in that yes, this man is kept ignorant. Most people are not aware of all this, but what they are aware of is they are aware of the dark side all around us. They are aware of the matrix all around us. They are aware of the satanic influx all around us and the passageways into that dark world where souls are taken. They know how to get in there. They have been doing this. Most of the people who've kept us in the dark sold out to that side. That's why the information is not there about the enemy.
Yeah, that's why they hide it. And I think people are seeing more and more that this stuff didn't happen overnight. But it's been happening daily for hundreds of years.
It's too good for that. And, people say, well, you don't know what Satan's up to. Well, we do know. We do know what Satan's up to. One, the destruction of the human race and the creation of his own race that would live forever and ever in this entropic, a world of entropy, a world where things die out. It's Satan is the master of hell and death and the lie and deception. So what's he up to? Well, for the human race, it would be to pervert that race. It would be to pervert what God made. It would be to pervert people and then cover it with deception and secrecy and lies, so that the people that seem to be the good citizens of the world, in order to have that status as the leaders, the movers and shakers of our society, they have to, somewhere along the line, sell out. Somewhere along the line,
sorry, go ahead. Zeph, when you said sell out, what do you exactly mean?
Well, what I mean is, well, for example, it can be minor, A minor sellout would be something like lying for somebody. Covering for somebody. Lying when you know it's the wrong thing to do, but it advances your career, let's say, by perpetuating a lie. That's the first order of selling out.
I think most people have this delusion that most of what goes on with people in America and the world today is that it's just demons controlling things. They don't see this hideous secret agenda in the background playing where Satan is actively involved.
Well, yeah, but there's more levels to it. I mean, there's another level called the sellout into death, and that is where a person is initiated into the dark side by others, by a group usually, where they either kill you, or if you are made of the stuff that can actually go through the mirror, that can go through that veil to the other side, then your eyes are open. So you're either sodomized into it. Yes, sodomy that's how they do it. Or you're killed. In other words, you become a sacrifice. Or you commit suicide, where they put a gun in your hand and they destroy your whole life, drive you to suicide, and where they all watch you, they film you, they do surveillance on you. When you blow your brains out, that becomes the human sacrifice. They have an orgy over that. And this is not the exotic stuff of television and movies. This is global. It's everywhere, in every single family, worldwide.
Yeah, there's a whole secret society that exists alongside what we see as reality.
Yeah. But
in the backside, in the hidden corners, is this huge agenda to where if you want to become rich and powerful in the world today, then you must sell out to this system. And they keep it secret.
Yeah, and see, all the people, when, the people that are the pure hearts, we're born that way. You people out there that are godly people, you were made that way. You were made for Him, for His pleasure. That is Yahweh, the God, the creator of everything. And also, God is a mystery. His purposes for all this is a mystery. You say, well, why would God let all those good people get hurt? Or why would He put us in a situation like this where if we're not on the satanic side, we just suffer every day of our lives? Why do bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? Why would He let that happen?
That's a very good point.
Why should we have to suffer for doing the right thing? Why would we have to suffer for telling the truth? We get thrown in, a lot of people that tell the truth, they just marginalize you. They make sure you're discredited, so if you ever do come up with something, they can point to your background or something that happened and go, oh, you see? Don't believe him. He robbed a bank, or he did this, or he did that, whatever. They'll set you up. I was thinking about Fritz Springmeier being in prison for a phony bank robbery.
Yeah.
Some drug addict.
Well, Jesus did say we do good because we're storing up treasures in heaven for the next world. It seems like Satanism is geared to what you can gain right now and here.
Yeah, and it's a perfect system. You have to respect it.
Yeah, and if you look at the front of Satanism, like the Church of Satan in California, where they try to blow off this whole front cover that it's just, anything that feels good for me.
Well, that's kind of the philosophy, but they do have a hierarchy. They do have a structure. The people that do go through the other side are...
Yeah, that's just the front cover of it, isn't it? That's just the whole lie where Satanism is just, where they indulge in sins. They actually do worship.
They get to do what they want, but you have to understand, first of all, the first thing that happens to a person that goes through, where their eyes are open, and yes, they do see the occult. Yes, they do see all the secrets that the secret societies have. Yes, they do see the false kingdom of heaven. Yes, they do see the UFOs and all the aliens and all that. Yes.
If you were to put a number on it, Zeph, how many people in America today would you say that really work involved with all these secret societies that control the satanic agenda behind the scenes? How many